right. I believe we are live. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. I don't see. Oh, I see what's wrong. Hold on. Whoops. There we go. Hello, everyone. Okay, so I need to open. I have my iPad today. I need to open the chat. Let me see if I can. If I can log into Rumble Studio in two places. I'm just gonna go to YouTube. Let's see. Sorry, y'all. Doing some behind the scenes, not behind the scenes, but I have to post on Discord. So let's see. There we go. All right. Now let's open YouTube. In the meantime, let me see. Hey, Jerry. Sun Bear Jr. and Old Pops are doing great. Little baby bear is asleep right now, and Papa Bear is here. So when she wakes up, he'll be able to get her. So we'll be here to cut glass and just have all sorts of fun today. Let's see. How do I use YouTube? How do I go to my account? Here we go. Ew, I can hear myself. Stop. All right. Should be able to see messages or the live chat. Oop, thumbs myself up there. You gotta do what you gotta do. I still don't see any chat popping up. Let's see. Yep, haunted with asbestos ghosts. Wait, can you not see the chat in the YouTube chat? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. It should show up. Let's see. How do I get the chat to show up on the screen? Ashley, hello, welcome. Okay, so I can't see Twitch chats on YouTube. Man, that sucks. Hold on. I'm sorry, everyone. Hi, you see the corner of my face. How do I get it to show up? Live chats. Sorry, I'm like a real noob right now with this. Ugh. Okay. I should be able to get the chat to show up like right here on the screen. Well, media, text. No. Sorry, guys. I need to make sure I can see everyone's chat. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can download Rumble Studio for my iPad. Let's see. Probably not. Oh my gosh, what does the App Store look like? Okay, here we go. Sorry, working out the kinks still. Rumble, and then we'll actually get started. I didn't cut this pattern out yet, but I have it printed, so. Okay, install. Oh my gosh. Okay, my iOS is out of date. Great. Well, okay, I'll just have it open to YouTube. Hello, Mags! I know, I feel like everyone's like, oh my gosh, you're actually streaming when you said you would. Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna look this up on my iPad. Ew, no, I don't want to hear myself. Let's see. Get chat to show up Rumble Studio. All right. Noctis, hello, welcome. How are you? Oh, thank you, Carrie. You have a great voice, especially if it's directly after you say things. I'm gonna try. I guess I'm just gonna have to leave the chat window open. We'll just kind of have to do what we did yesterday, and I'm just gonna have to hope that it updates. Okay, I'm gonna close it out, and then I'm gonna reopen it, and I'm not gonna touch it because the problem I was having yesterday was that the chat wasn't scrolling, wasn't auto scrolling. So I am very, very good. Thank you for asking. We're going to be working on this today. We picked out all the glass for this UFO yesterday. And so today we're going to cut it out, and then I'm probably going to have second guesses, second thoughts about all the colors. Because that's just what I do. All right. This is the same size, which is good. So first, what we need to do is I need to number these pieces to match this. And then we're going to painstakingly cut all of it out with a regular pair of scissors, like a scrub. But it's okay. We'll chat the whole time. It'll be fun. Let's see. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Also, I have not even had a chance to open that book yet that you sent me, Noctis. It's I got it from the post office and then I forgot to bring it in, and it's just safely sitting in my car still, but I'm gonna open it. I actually could go get it and we could open it on stream at some point, which would be cool. Okay, I think I have everything labeled. So now yes, I didn't even look up. It did. Ooh, I like connected to your brain there. Yes, I should have messaged you. I'm sorry. I think my brain is like just always so scrambly, and I just forget things all day, every day, forever. This is not cardstock. This is like a slightly in between cardstock and normal paper. I couldn't find my cardstock, so thanks. Maybe at the end of the stream, if we have time and I'm not famished and I don't take forever to cut the glass, I'll go get it and we can open it. But I really, really want to get started on this because you guys know me. I am the queen of getting distracted. I don't want to cut this out with just normal scissors. Sucks. But it's okay. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. It feels really awful to not use an X-Acto knife. I was out today too. I should have picked one up. Goofy goober. Yeah, Noctis, how is your move? Are you still moving? You said you were moving. How's that going? Hope all is well. Mags. Oh, Mags also. Why did the soldering gods hate you? I saw you posted that in Discord. What happened? That would honestly be super fun to meet up at the end of July in Wismach. I've been meaning to go this whole time, but you know, I didn't start up glass again until recently. Yeah, just message me. That'd be a fun little road trip. It's a long drive for me. It's I think it's about 4 hours because I am at the very, very bottom of West Virginia. It's kind of ridiculous. Pretty much in Virginia. Still packing. The worst. The worst part. Yeah, the exacto is still not quite exact. Man, that sucks. I hate that I am like talking to Twitch. So I'm gonna try to, since, oh, this is so hard. I wish I could get the chat to show up. Just so everyone knows, to keep everyone in the loop. And I have to figure this out on my end. YouTube cannot see Twitch chats, and Twitch cannot see YouTube chats. Cherry, you do your thing. Cherry said I can move. Cherry, you do your thing. Just know that I'm not just talking to nothing. I just like don't always read the chats out. This is just for people to know so you're not like, what is she talking about? I'm talking to different chats. And then like Rumble will probably come up too. I gotta keep remember. Comment. I moved. Ooh. Where did you move to? Was it an in-state move? Was it an out-of-state move? Out-of-state moves, that was like one of the most stressful things. Actually, you know what? I feel like it wasn't that bad. No, it was pretty bad. Moving from Florida to West Virginia, there was a lot of stress. That was pretty stressful. There were a lot of moving parts, and we had a 6-month-old baby. It was like, pretty chaotic. All right. Let's see. I should have just named this stream Sunbear Papercraft today. Oh. Oh, sorry. I thought you were like, oh, I moved. Hey, Comet, Cherry, hi. As soon as I started getting ready to solder, I suddenly lost a piece of my glass. Now I have to cut another piece. I looked all over. Oh my gosh. And I've had that happen to me before too. And then you'll like find it like a month later. Been there, done that. Absolutely been there, done that. I always lose the itty bitty tiny pieces too. It's terrible. Oh, and then it's just like oh, sorry, I'm moving the camera. It's a whole headache. If I get a new house, it will be fresh. That's one thing. I love our house, but it's an old house, and man, it's got problems. It's like never ending. I think it's like never ending problems with anyone who has a house, but my lord, I was not expecting it to be as constant as it is. Our house was built, I'm going to say the average year, because it was anywhere from 1895 to 1911. So like our house was built probably in 1905. So it's 120 years old. And it shows. It shows. If I get a new house, it'll be fresh. No furniture, nothing. Nothing. Oh, that's what you mean by fresh. That is quite fresh. We got really lucky. I think I've already talked about this, but when we bought this house, it came fully furnished. Now, granted, the furnishings were that of a it was like it was not very good. I've had to change some things to give it my own personal touches, but it's like an elderly person who does not have the same decorating style as me. So there were a lot of things that I just ended up throwing out, like decor, just ugly wall things. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. We got a fully furnished house, so that was cool. Which was important for us, for those who don't know, because we lived in a travel trailer for the last 3 years and we had no furniture of our own. So, pretty dope. Yep, sure did. We got lucky. We got very, very lucky. I don't know if you would say it was a hoarding situation, but definitely in the outbuilding it was. Well, not hoarding, but it was just full of a lot of stuff. It just like the chat it just suddenly stops updating. Okay, here we go. Try again. I'm gonna have to update my iOS and then download Rumble Studio and then hope that I can have it open on Tuesday. I think my friend told me about something else too. There was Fledgling came in and told me about something. I gotta look into a few different like you streaming things. This is putting my scissor skills to the test. Litmus test. How many cars worked in their front yard? Listen, there weren't any cars on our property, but there's someone down the road from us. They had at one point like 50 cars and now there's like 15. So they started getting rid of them before we even moved in. So none of them work. None of them work at all. So you were close. It is a good litmus test for hoarding, but luckily no cars. There was a boat left here by the guy who sold us the house, and it hadn't been moved from the spot in about 10 years. But he hired someone to come up and haul it away. So all that's left is a little dirt patch where the boat was. My dad had 3 cars that didn't work before we cleaned out his house. Honestly, like, it's like a West Virginia thing to just have a bunch of cars. My friend, who was the one who like helped us move here and like did all the groundwork, he has I think 12 cars on his property. Now, the amount of cars per acre is pretty low because he has 33 acres. So, you know, it could be worse. Although they're all kind of concentrated around one area. So, but it's important to him, and it's storage according to him. So, my favorite hoarding thing is finding things that should be mobile that have trees growing in it. Oh, especially little tiny saplings. I think plants in general finding things, or there was a group on Facebook I was a part of. There was a group on Facebook that I was a part of for a while before I left it, and I think it was called like, yep, that's a piss corner mushroom or something like that. And it was all about people posting pictures of like mushrooms growing in gross areas. So it was actually so gross that I had to leave. Because there was one post that sent me over the edge, and I was like, I don't want to be here anymore, so I left. It was probably one of the most vile things I've ever seen in my life. And honestly, I don't really want to describe it on the stream because it's really gross. It's so gross. Yeah. Oh, is there anything that abbreviation stands for? Cars per acre. I was gonna say the abbreviation, but I don't know if there's like any weird thing that stands for, so I'm just not even gonna joke, pretend. Worse than a diaper. Yeah, it was way worse than a diaper. It was way worse than a diaper. I deal with diapers all day. This was like I don't even know how to describe it without being just telling you what it was. It was worse than a diaper. Yes. Honestly, there's a lot of stuff that's worse than a diaper, unless it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even want to start thinking about it. Too bad Charlie's not here. Start making up things that are worse than a diaper. Oh my gosh. All right, we're like about halfway through ish. Getting close. 3:30. Yeah, it's about time for her to wake up. Worse than someone else's diaper that isn't your child's. No, yeah, like an adult diaper that isn't my child's. That's pretty bad. I would say an adult diaper is far worse than a child's diaper. Like ranking the terribleness of diapers. When I tell my family what I do, oh yeah, I stream. Oh, what do you talk about when you stream? Diapers? Finding used diapers? Hoarders? You know what? We don't even need to keep that because it's going to be an empty little hole. So we're just going to cut through it. This little nubbins right here. Sorry, stepped away for a few. My daughter is taking a school trip to Chicago today for 3 days, and she just called from the airport. Oh, that's a big school trip. That's exciting. What could that school possibly be doing? Going to Chicago. You don't have to elaborate on that. There's creepy people out there. Actually, don't elaborate on that. But still. I think the farthest school trip I ever took, we went to Biltmore Estate because I went to school in North Carolina. We went to the Biltmore Estate, and we went to some caves. I don't remember what the caves were, but we went to some caves. Classic. Absolutely classic. Cherry. Mammoth Caves. Yes. That's what it was. Is that close by? Is that like a known thing? I would assume so. Their itinerary is insane. I wanted to go, only afford her trip. Oh, that would be so much fun. That's it, very exciting. Plus, school trips are always exciting. You get to like hang out with your friends. Very cool. We're almost there. And then we'll get to the part that'll actually make people stay. Me slicing my fingers open while cutting glass. Honestly, I don't really need to cut out all 3 of these stars, but I'm doing it anyway. Oh, let's scroll down. Boop. I think we'll just do iridescent clear glass for the big stars. Or do we want to do white? Iridescent white. I have iridescent white. We could honestly just cut out both and see what we would like best, because stars like this are actually really easy to cut out. Quick. I gave her some spending money, but she's a girl. Oof. I understand that. I was the same way when I was that age. Honestly, in the same way now. Except now it's different, where it's like, I want to spend money on like a really nice vacuum. Ooh. Or like a really nice steam cleaner. Mm-hmm. That's the dream. Just an unlimited budget for home appliances. So are you doing commissions yet? I haven't decided if I'm fully doing commissions yet, because I can really only commit a small amount of time each week. If it was like most people are understanding, like, yeah, it's going to take a while, but you know what? I probably will open up some commissions. I need to message one of my regulars who I haven't made anything for in a while, but I saw the woman I made all the goat portraits for. I need to reach out to her and see if she wants me to resume, because we still have a lot of goats to do. Maybe she might have found someone else to do them while I was gone for a while, but yeah, I need to start doing commissions again. Yes, message me. We'll figure something out. That goes to random whoever is watching who wants a commission. One of her friend's moms gave her a credit card. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. I don't know how old they are, but It's a slippery slope. All right. Now, we can start cutting out glass. Let's do this. I'm going to open up my Procreate app because I have the colored version of this. Let's see. What am I doing? Where is this? Ugh, what's happening? Why is there a line there? What layer? Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, okay. So I had bright green in the center and then like a dark bluish green, and then I had more yellow like on the outside. Interesting. Okay. Maybe we'll try that. Let me come up here. Move the chat down. Teenager. Okay. Yep. Dangerous. Dangerous. Did you have a teenager credit card? I know, because my parents did it. They gave me one time. Did I straighten my hair? No, I did not. My hair used to be really curly, and then after I had the baby, my hair got super, super straight. And it's curlier than it was, but it never really curled back up to what it used to be, which was like kind of like a really crazy it was really hard for me, like with all the different changes that were going on. And like, I went from not having a baby to having a baby, and then I went from having really curly hair to having really straight hair. And it was just like, I remember just being like, I don't even feel like myself, I don't look like myself. But yeah, so, and I need to wash it too. When it's like when I need to wash it, it gets straighter too. But it's just not the same. Not the same as it was. Now I'm rethinking this. What do I do? All right, I said we were going to do this too. So this is, hold on, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. All right. This, oh, you can't really see it because the sun is reflecting. This is what I came up with. So it's like kind of darker green. I don't know how well the color is coming through. And like there's a gradient in the background too. And I kind of had cool colors in this. So maybe, oh, and the little cockpit's teal. I forgot I did that. Okay, so I think we need to revisit our colors. Yeah, it was definitely all hormones. Okay. Do I have the colors to make this look like this? I have iridescent teal. I have that somewhere, and that's what I want to use. Ah, this iridescent teal, we're going to use this for the little cockpit. So let's just go ahead and cut that out. We're going to end up changing all of the colors. I can just feel it. But honestly, once you start cutting out colors and start placing them, it's easier to visualize. So that's fine. We're just going to start with this. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I think we'll do right here. Oh, do I even know where my cutting? Ah, here it is. Okay. There's a tiny bit of oil left in there, and that's good enough for me. I don't know where my oil. Oh, it's right here. Wow. Amazing. Okay, I have everything. Scoring tool. I do need to put more oil in this before we start. I'm not a dipper. Some people dip. I like to put the oil directly into the reservoir. All right. I'm gonna keep this up. Can I open multiple screens at one time with iPads? Like, can I have like a dual? Oh, what's this? Big moment. Rachel's cutting glass again. Yes. Wait, how did I do that? Oh, okay. I used 4 fingers. Oh, all right. Cool. That's fine. That's fine. I got it. I like have an iPad that I don't know how to use. I'm so out of the iOS loop. All right, I don't have my dropper, so this is what I did last time. I used a screw and got the oil all up in the little spirally bits. And then like a honeycomb, like those honeycomb things. And then I dropped some, I dropped some drops in. And that's good enough. That's enough. Good enough for now. We got like 4 drops of oil into the reservoir. There we go. Just like old times. Where are my running pliers? Here they are. You're a dipper. One of them dippers. Ooh. Okay, I kind of neglected all my tools in the basement. They've been in the basement for since I did stained glass last time, which I think the last thing I soldered was in like September or August. I don't know. So what I'm gonna do, I actually like using my cutting oil for this. I think I need you just need a tiny little bit. And then I just work it into the little, the thingy, the thing. First cut. Mag, stop. You're making me nervous. Yeah, there we go. And then you just do this until it's not rusty and crappy and stuck anymore. And when you do this, you'll see a bunch of rust coming up too. And this will make it run smooth as just a buttery biscuit. Smooth as a buttery little biscuit. Stained glass tool, maintenance with Rachel. No pressure. No pressure. No, none whatsoever. Everything's fine. All right. Nice. Nice and smooth. Now I'm just going to wipe that away with some paper. There we go. Beautiful. Let's check our other ones while we're at it. Oh, yeah. Nice and sticky. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. This one's not that bad. But this one is horrible. My lord. All right. We got to do this before we get started. Don't do what I do, folks. I did check on my soldering iron and there's no There's no rust on my soldering iron, which is good. At least that I can see. 10 in the chat. Hello, everyone. I don't like me. I don't want people to feel weird. So I usually just, I'm like, I try to be nonchalant, you know? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm just live streaming. No big deal. Okay, now we just do the thing. We do this. This. Make sure I'm not missing other platforms. No, it seems like it's mostly just YouTube. Oh my gosh, there's a giant woodchuck. There's a woodchuck out by our outbuilding right now. Running back to the river. Ooh, this is pretty bad. This is taking a while. Oh my gosh, my baby got a bunch of pot pie on my sleeve earlier. Cool. I got home from a doctor's appointment and she ran up to me and just rubbed her face all over my arm. All right. Ooh, much better. You can see, very smooth now. It's better to just not let it get to this point and keep it somewhere not humid, but there's no electrical plugins on this side of the basement. So unfortunately, I can't run a dehumidifier over here. So, you know, it is what it is. All right, that looks beautiful. Nice and smooth. Ugh. All right, that's beautiful. Now we can actually get to getting. All right, this, which we had to do this because we do, I use these skinny pliers much more than the other ones. Let's wipe up this oil that dripped. I need a roll of paper towels down here. All right. Let's clean up this little UFO cockpit. See, I'll show you. This is why I really, really like these tiny pliers. So when I use the running pliers, I don't know how well you can see this little nub that was left over. And then there's a little nub here and down here. So that's really common for stuff to be left over like that. So I take these super fine little and we just come in and just beep, snap it off. And it's, oh my gosh, it's like the size of a grain of rice. But it's really nice to do that before you grind everything, because it cuts down on all the stuff you have to grind. Make sure there's not big pieces that are just flying off towards you. I am going to try to score this one a little more. Yes, I'm soldering. It's a plant. Ooh, get it, girl. Kitty girl. Yeah, you need to get to work. You want to do a you want to do a show in a week. There we go. And I'm going to come back over here so I can make sure I'm showing you the right thing. And there it is. Pretty darn smooth. minimal grinding. Look at that iridescent. See, there is a kind of big edge right here, but that's okay. We get that with the grinding wheel. All right. One down. I need a bigger desk. This is not enough room. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this stuff over. No, it's gonna fall. Just right here, I suppose. Is that gonna fall? Please don't. All right, I think that's good. Oh, the Monstera leaf. I love that thing so much. It's a good Monstera leaf. That sounds very conceited of me to say it, but you know what? I'll say it. It's a good one. Are you using the free one? Honestly, the free one is my favorite. There's one for those of you who might be watching who don't know, I have a Monstera pattern for stained glass for free, and you just have to go to a video where I made it, and it's in the description. It's my favorite one. It's the best one that I've drawn. There's a lot of good ones. Ah, darn. Maybe the next show then. All right. There's the little teal cockpit. And I had like in this picture, it's like bubblegum pink. And I think it would be really cool. I think this would look really cool. Now, the question for this is, do I make it one solid piece so all the cool little model-y bubbles connect? Yes. I think that's an easy answer. It was kind of rhetorical. I just had to kind of think about it for a minute. And this fixes the problem of the UFO being kind of boring because it's just 3 pieces, but there's a lot going on. So what I think we'll do, let's hold this up. Oh, okay, I have a few on Etsy. I do have a free one, Mags, as well. I came out with the free one, I think, after all the other ones. I can't remember the timeline, but I do have a free one if you want to check it out. And that goes for anyone. You can do whatever you want with it, other than sell it. I don't want you to sell it because it's free. Don't sell it. Don't do that. Don't do that. I think this is a fine spot. So what we're going to do, we'll trace it and then let's see how it looks. Trace our pieces and then we'll hold it up to the light, and if it looks good, then we will cut. And I think this glass, I don't really remember how this cuts, but I think it's pretty forgiving, so I think I should be able to make this curve. Fingers crossed. Maybe I'll leave a little bit extra on this side just in case it's not good. All right, let's see how this looks. It's not as much modeling as I want. Honestly, this spot. No, I know you wouldn't, Mags. I'm just saying it into the world. Just into the wind. This is cool, but this is cooler up here. You can see more spots over here. So let me see. Let's trace it up here and see what it looks like. So maybe if we follow, let's see, would it work better like this? Or would it work better upside down? Oh, all right, that's not good. We have to go like right here. Yes. All right, let's trace this. Move it down a little bit. Because I really like these bubbles. The bubbly, circly bits. I remember one stream, someone asked if there was a family of elephants living above me. Because my daughter was walking around. So use the Sharpie's width as the, what? Hold on, I can't read it. So use the Sharpie's width as the something of the tinning, or is there some other magic way? Yeah, pretty much. I kind of, I don't know. Well, no. Yeah, it's the Sharpie's width. Because that's about the same width as the, sorry, I just like had a brain fart because I'm just so out of practice. But yeah, if you want to look too, like these lines are pretty thick. These lines are a little bit thicker than I would even normally make them. It's just how the pattern came out. But if a Sharpie tip, when you write, this line is pretty much as wide as this one. So yeah, it's about a Sharpie width. But once you kind of do it for a while, at least for me, I kind of just know how much space it needs. Usually most people would space these a little bit more just to give themselves a little bit more room. But I think this glass is fine. I hope I explained that in a way that wasn't really dumb. All right, let's see. I think I like this. I think I like this one better. And we can kind of just go whoop and follow this curve. Let's see. Yeah, that one's cooler. So we'll go ahead and cut this out. Maybe like right here. Glass is very bubbly. Sometimes when I talk, I just feel like I don't know what I'm talking about. All right. So this is the smooth side. This is ideally the side that I should have cut on, but we got to do what we got to do. I don't know how loud this is going to be, so audio warning. I'm doing the tapping method to just kind of deepen that score line. And then we'll try to break it the other way. Whew, this is scary. So you tap it and it kind of deepens that score line. And then I'll come in with the runners and I'll test. And there's no movement whatsoever, so that makes me nervous. So I'm going to tap it a little bit more. Ah, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Nice and smooth. There's a little bit of chunk there, but that's fine. I had I was part of actually I'm still part of a stained glass pattern group on Facebook, like with my Sun Bear username, and the amount of debate over tapping versus not tapping is hilarious. I had people tell me that I was wrong and I should never be doing that. And that, oh, you're never going to be able to. I'm like, dude, I do this for a living. Just leave me alone. I need my little sweeper. Where's my little sweeper? Here's this. Where is? Here it is. I'm pretty sure that's what the end is for. It's for tapping. I don't know. No one's ever explained anything to me. But I love the little tip tap. I love doing a little tippy tappy. It's just so useful for like these sketchy, expensive glass. I would love to cut this out in one piece, but I don't know if I can because there's just some really beautiful little circles. But I don't know if I want to chance that. I think I will because it's more fun. But it's spooky. Let's see. Hashtag tap crew. It is for tapping. Thank you, Mags. See, it was made for that. Why would these people say you're not supposed to tap the glass? And then it's like literally on the tool. You can usually hear the glass too as it's changing. You can tell when it's about to break, which is kind of fun. Once you get your little ears right. All right, now let's cut this. Do our best. We're not going to get it as close as I want, but we're going to do our best. This glass is actually quite nice to work with. I don't know what this is. Is it Armstrong? No, that's Armstrong. Yeah, I think this is Yakagani because there's a Y on it. So I think that's what this is. Oh my gosh, my allergies are acting up so badly. I'm absurdly allergic to one of our dogs. He has long hair, he has a double coat, and I've always been allergic to dogs, but it got better for a while, and now it's not good again. And I feel like I just have hives all over my neck. I personally think when you are starting, maybe not. Yeah, definitely. The tapping is an advanced move. But no, it kind of is because you have to kind of, there's a finesse to it. You have to know how to hold the glass. You have to know, like, you can't tap glass that's scored improperly. So you have to know how to score it. Yeah, I would agree with that. That's fine. It broke. This corner broke. Which that was a chance that I was going to take with cutting it that close. So what that means is I cut further towards this piece at the top and then further towards this piece at the bottom to try to make the line as straight as possible. And that's okay. We'll fill it in with solder. It's not a big deal. I've had worse. I've had much, much worse. And that worked. So good. I'm not going to try to get super close with these pieces. I'm going to score what I can and break what I can, but it's a pretty bumpy, kind of crazy texture for glass, so just do what we can. Have you made a box fan HEPA filter yet? No, I have not. I have not. It's a good idea though. I've seen people do it. And especially down here, it would be nice. Because there's just like no ventilation. I have, my little soldering fan thing. But I wish the windows just don't open. It would be amazing if the window down here opened, but this is like an original like 1900s window, and it's like silly. It's like silly puttied shut, and it's just like crazy looking. I don't know. But yeah, it'd be cool, but it doesn't. I do have a shop vac that has a HEPA filter in it, so I like using that for doing like my deep cleaning, sucking up all the glass dust and stuff. Sucking up all the glass dust and asbestos ghosts. You have a box fan, you have a store with HEPA filters, it takes like 4 minutes. Yeah, I've seen people do it. It's really cool. Fantastic idea. Oh my gosh, this is killing me, and I don't have my tape. So I can't, hold on. I'm gonna go off camera for a second and itch my dang neck. Scroll on here. Looks like mostly just YouTube today. Oh, this is all just part of this board. Okay, I was like, what is all over my stomach? Let's deepen this score line a little bit. So we can get this corner. Oh. And cut these. Break these, I mean. I'm not gonna bother with this. This little cockpit thing that I showed you where I got it really smooth, that was worth it because I know that this glass cuts really well, but this pink is just kind of a hassle, so we're just gonna do our best. All right, so we've got our pink and our teal. Now we need to decide on our purple. I honestly, I'm still feeling like the purple spectrum is too light. Where did it go? Where is it? I feel like it's too light. It's not a dark enough purple for what I want to do. Let's see, I'm going to hold. Although the pink, it has like some warm undertones to it. And it might look really good with this pink. What do I do? What do I do? I would need to do it. Hold on, let's lay this out. Because the other option is, where's the other purple? This, which is very dark. Let's hold this up. And then it would just look like black. That's kind of what I just think I don't like that. How it looks black. when there's no light behind it. Because at least with this, you can, like, there's, I like versatility. I like when something is pretty on a wall and in a window. That's my conundrum right now. But I am kind of at this point leaning towards the spectrum purple. I think what I would want to do is have all of the wispies in the same direction, which would mean I would need to lay out all the pieces and have them be exactly how they're. What am I trying to say? I'm just going to lay them out. Let's just see how it looks. Okay, so one is down here. We're going to lay out all of the pieces, including the stars. I know, I would love something in between, but I think this would be a good option. We'll see what it looks like though. So let's see. I'm gonna move this up because if we're gonna use this much glass, we're gonna be economical about it. So 3, 4. Oh, it scares me. It scares me doing this. 8, 7. Why is this gap so big? I guess it needs to be like just if that lines up. 2 and 8. Why is there such a huge gap? Does it just need to be like this? It just. Here, we're going to work a little smarter. Tiny bit, not much. Good Lord. Of course, this is like the wispiest part possible, so it's like impossible to see through the glass. But I can at least kind of get an idea. That's not going to work. I need my light box down here, and I don't have it. All right. I would assume that most of my streams, like a vast majority of my streams, are actually just me being indecisive. Like, I think that's a pretty safe assumption. Me just being extremely picky and indecisive about the colors I'm using. All right. But it would need to be like here, because I want these stripes to be pretty much perfectly horizontal to match the stripes that are on the cockpit glass stuff. All right, that. Okay, here, here, here. Now, what is happening with this? 7. This looks wrong, but okay. 7. 25. Where are you? I have more purples, but these are the only iridescent ones that I have. And I want to use iridescent. Could you do the ring iridized purple and then use another for the inside? Ooh, that would be kind of cool, actually. But I would still want. I would still want it to all be the same way, so I would still have to cut this whole thing out, if that makes sense. Like, I'd want all of the stripes lined up. Although I guess I could just do that. Could do that. Ooh, that's so hard to visualize. What would I use for the middle, though? Ooh, hold on. Okay, Mags, you're onto something. Hold on. Okay. Purple, dark purple iridescent for the outside. Middle ring, or just, hold on, let me, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, we could do the darkest iridescent. 6, 7, 8, 9, we could do this, and then we could do a lighter purple for 5, 10, and 11. Let me see if I can find, I know I have another, I might have another iridescent purple. I don't know. I think the only other iridescent purple I have is, it's like this iridescent mauve. So it's like a red purple. And it wouldn't quite go, but it's like the same thing. But in that picture, it goes from dark to light. So I feel like I have a even lighter purple that's iridescent. Let me think. I'm thinking. I wish I had a flashlight with me right now. Let's see. Oops. We're going to close this. Let's see. Let's just start. Maybe I'm going to pull it up here. Here, we're going to move this stuff. Remove this glass. Because there is these are pretty different, but let's see what we have. Ooh, you know what? I do. Hold on. Let's go. I'm off to the side in my big sheets of glass. I have, hold on, where is it? This is iridescent white. I don't need that. This is iridescent white. It's like this kind of iridescent purpley. Where are you? Here you are. This, maybe we can make this work. Hold on, I'm bringing it over. And if not this, ew, there's a big spider on the glass. Okay. Oh, wait, what's this one? No, this one's not iridescent. Okay. I have the iridescent version of this, and oh, wait, what's this? Hold on. This is what I was talking about yesterday. I forgot I had these. Okay. Gently. Ever so gently. Okay. Big sheets. So yesterday I was talking about this like warm peachy pink. This is what I was talking about. Oh, there's a dead moth. When you hold this up, it's insane. It's almost skin tone how peachy it is. So never mind about this one, but this is what I was picturing yesterday when I was talking about the big peachy sheet. This is what I'm talking about. So this could be the inner ring This would be a much more dramatic change from the dark to the medium to the light, but like maybe it's almost more pink than purple, but like right here, it's kind of purpley pinky with some blue in it, which would be very close. Meat glass! Hi, Akuma! Welcome! How are you? You know, I brought out the meat glass yesterday and I thought of you. I was thinking of you, Akuma. Here, I'm gonna minimize the chat for a second. So you can kind of see it's iridized. It never comes up as pretty on the camera, but it's really, really crazy, like rainbow, like itty bitty tiny spots everywhere. So this might be kind of cool. And this is like wispy, but it's also pretty transparent. So it would fit with the other ones, which are like, the outer ring would be completely transparent, but then the middle ring is wispy, and then this would be wispy. So let's see. Let's try to visualize. I'm gonna put it. I think this is gonna work. Hold on. I'm gonna not slice my leg open. Oh gosh, it's disgusting. Okay. Beep. Playing games. Very nice. Okay, so I can tell you this because now I don't live there and I didn't think anyone was gonna like stalk me or anything, but you never want to like tell people where your little stomping grounds are. I'm pretty sure I've said it though, but I went to this place, and Mags, honestly, you should go here if you can. Because I used to live in Floral City, and there's a place called Touch of Glass by Susan, and she has the most insanely good prices on glass you will ever find. She has so much glass. That's where I got all my glass from. If I go to Florida again to like visit family, I'm going there and I'm gonna like get glass if I need it. Okay, I'm trying to look at this gradient. I think this is gonna be pretty cool. I think this is gonna work. And yep, I think this is cool. I think I'm gonna try it. Worst case scenario, if I hate it, oh well. It's kind of cool too because it goes from, you can't see what I'm talking about, which sucks. I don't think that's Spectrum, or it might be limited edition. This one, are you talking about this one, Mags? The lightest iridescent one? This is definitely not Spectrum. I don't know what this texture is, but I've encountered it before. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can show you. I need to move this dang glass. I'm going to slice my leg open like no one's business. Okay. So if someone is familiar with this, tell me. But basically, it has these wrinkles in it on the shiny side, and I've encountered this before, but I don't know what brand does it. But on the back, it has these, like, I don't know, I would call it like little rice grains. For texture, itty bitty little rice grain texture is the best way I can describe it. Look how pretty that is. But yeah, no, I don't think this is Spectrum. I don't know what this is. But I know the medium purple, middle purple, that for sure is Spectrum. I don't know what this is. No, it doesn't have anything. It has 11327 is the only number it has. That's what's on the sticker. So maybe if you Google 11327 glass, you might be able to find it. But I actually bought, and I have it in a non-iridized version too. Hold on, I'm trying to find a way to like get my fingers not so dusty and nasty. Where is it? I'll show you. I have the plain version too. I bought this up so fast. So this is the non-iridized version. No markings on it. But I saw these and I thought it was so cool. And so I bought it. But same deal, same colors. This one has really, really cool marbly stuff on the back. And honestly, it is gorgeous. It looks like just, it's really pretty. It's prettier than this one, honestly. If this was this iridized, oh my gosh. But yeah, I saw those sheets in her shop and I was like, yoink. I'll take those. Thank you. All right. Gosh, I need my tape. I need tape. I need something sticky. That's my favorite way to get glass off my hands because these are so dusty. All right. Stand by for a moment. I'm going to go upstairs and get my packing tape out of my room. I'll be back in just a minute. I have no way of putting up a like BRB screen. So I'll be back in just a minute. Let me know if anything moves, if there's ghosts down here, okay? I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, Mags, let me know if you find out what that is. See, look at that. Oh, beautiful. It gets all the little glassy nasties off. Packing tape, it's the best. Okay. Two. I think this is just wood dust, but I'm still gonna use my packing tape. Hold it. All right. Oh my gosh, this was like a monumental decision for me. I feel like I haven't made a decision this big in a while. It's just glass. I need to just, I want to just take the glass outside, and I wish I could just hose it down. But I have too much glass, it would take forever. Just spray it all down. It's just all so dusty. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut this dark purple, because honestly, I think this is as good as it's going to get in terms of me being decisive and it being like a cool thing to do with this glass. Oh, I almost knocked the pretty purple down. All right, let's grab these. Sorry, I hit the phone. Make everyone all motion sick. This doesn't matter how we cut it because it's all the same texture. So I'm just going to be, I actually think I'm going to try to cut it up here because I like I like the iridescence up here better than down here. This is like the like blue green, and this is purple pinky. So take these ancient stickers off. This is probably never going to come off. So that's cool. I wish people wouldn't draw on glass with paint markers, and then, you know, just like leave it for 20 years. Because it never comes off. Bullseye, 2005. Gone. Sticker is gone. Isn't that crazy? I was in 5th grade when this piece of glass got that sticker. I wonder where it came from. I don't even know I don't know where the Bullseye factory is. It's just weird to think about. I was just bebopping along as a little 5th grader one day. Ooh, you know what? Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna do a gradient from blue. I'm gonna include this gradient because it's actually pretty cool. It's blue, green, no, yellow to blue to pink to yellow again, like a white yellow. So we're doing 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's do like here and here. And then 2 and 3 are going to be, I'm going to do this. Maybe we'll do like this ish. 3. We want to make sure everything lines up this about right there. I don't know if these angles are right, but they're about as right as they're gonna be. And then purplish blue, purplish blue. I think that'll be cool. So let's go ahead and do that. Ooh, do I? Yes, I do. Okay. Oregon. Ah, Mags, you know everything. Little stained glass trivia over here. Stained glass trivia queen. One. Cool. 2. Oh no! There has to be a way to get this paint off. Because this piece goes right over the paint. Maybe I could just play it off as like a star or something. There has to be a way to get this paint off because I want it to go like right there. 2. Beep, 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 beep. You won't even be able to tell. That'll be covered by foil. It'll just look like a star at that point. How am I gonna do this? How did I do this? It was right here. Right here. Might change this because I would prefer if the top 2 pieces kind of matched. Let's move these because I can just tell I'm not gonna like it. Something came up about that number in glass, but I've lost it. Hold on, let me see. Where is that glass? 11327. Let's look it up. I have a way to look things up too. Let's see. 11327 glass. Stained glass. All right, this isn't straightforward. This isn't straightforward at all. No. Stained glass skew. All right, it's going to be too much effort. I'm just going to go back to YouTube. One day. One day. Look it up and figure it out. Okay. Erase this. Let's try this again. So, 2 and 3, like this. We can get as close to this paint as possible. 2 and 3. And then these can kind of just be over here. These can kind of be over here. That's fine. It's not my favorite in terms of like being economical, but it's fine. Oops, sorry. Moving the thing. All right, so let's trace this. 2. And 3. Yes, much better. Much, much better. All right, and now 1 will go right here. I don't know how this glass cuts at all. I assume it's probably not that bad because it's pretty low. It's not very textured is what I'm trying to say. So, all right, so that's 1 and then 4. We'll try to get a little bit like right there. People randomly coming in might think, oh, Rachel, you've started making glass cookies now. Nope. I have not because of this. Those are really popular. Glass yonis, as they call them. Oh yeah, I'll do that next. All right, let's cut this out. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut like an arc here. Arch, whatever. And then I'll cut this. And that pretty much gets rid of that iridescent part. So like so. It's not too bad. I think this will break just fine. Yeah. Not a big deal. And then this one, we're just going to follow this. Bye bye iridescent purple. Alright. Now let's do cut this down. Cut this down. I've seen stained glass. Who has? I'm sorry, but no thank you. I kind of share the same sentiment. I don't really get it. I wouldn't, if it's your thing, that's fine. But it's not my thing. It is not my thing at all. Yeah, there's like a stained glass artist who has an insane amount of followers, like hundreds of thousands, I'm pretty sure. And that's all, literally, not kidding, all she does. Stained glass hoo-has. All my friends were like, Rachel, hop on that bandwagon. I was like, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. They would not be genuine, felt from heartfelt. They would not be genuine, heartfelt stained glass hoo-has. Has that sentence ever been spoken before? Probably not. I don't think so. I think that's a brand new sentence. That is what I would call a rare sentence. All right, let's see. This. This glass. Very nice to work with, I'll tell you what. Breaks beautifully. I've looked it up. There are a few people that make men's parts. But you know, it comes off like it's silly looking. Somehow it's more silly looking to make the men's version. And there obviously is not as much of a market for the men's version as there is for the women's version. Like they're out there. There's definitely, especially I'm so out of the loop. Like I've kind of been on a social media blackout, like in terms of my business stuff. Haven't been paying attention to anything stained glass related at all. It fills me with this like level of anxiety that I haven't been doing anything. You know, I've been like raising a human being, but it makes me anxious that I haven't been being productive. All right, Akuma, verifiable man in the chat. Would you purchase a stained glass? How do I make this so I don't get this stream demonetized? I don't know what the rules are on YouTube. Stained glass male anatomy. Would you want a stained glass PP? This is my this is my like, what's it called? When you do research, product research. I need to know, what do the people want? No. Unsurprising. It's almost like I knew you were gonna say no, Kuma. No. Classic Akuma. So close-minded. Kidding! All right, we have the dark purple. Let's see. Oh, I need to cut this little thingamabob off. I need to ask General. Akuma, I need to ask General if he would buy one. Next time you talk to him, ask him if he would buy that. All right. All of this glass on me. I hate it. I thought we were going to get more done today. I'm actually wrapping up. I'm going to wrap up because I'm a little bit hungry. Plus, I told Brian I wasn't going to be super, super long for my stream. Only the biggest for General? Yes, absolutely. Just as a reminder, this pattern, as well as I think like 70 or 80 others, are available on my Patreon, which all of my links and everything are usually in the description of my YouTube channel and all that stuff. So if you would like to do a craft along, all you'd have to do is sign up for the, I think it's Ursa Major tier. It's $9 and it's monthly, but you don't even have to do that. You can literally just sign up and then get all the patterns you want and then unsubscribe. So it's just a one-time thing. And yeah, so if you want to make this along with me, you can use this pattern and get it from there. But yeah, there's a bunch of others too. I'm going to have to actually count and see how many there are. There are a lot because I've been doing 2 patterns a month, sometimes more. Sometimes there's like 4 patterns if I'm feeling real crafty since 2021. So yeah, thank y'all so much for hanging out. It was nice talking to you again, or to you as well, Akuma and Mags and everyone else who was chatting. I will be back this Saturday. Whoops. Let me move my phone. I had said that I'm going to stream on Saturdays, but I seem to just do stuff like every Saturday. So I might change it and I might stream on Sunday instead because we have plans on Saturday. So I might change it to Sunday. I will let you know though. I'll post in the Discord when I stream and I'll try to give a heads up too so we can keep working on it because I'm really excited about this purple decision that we made. So thank you again so much for hanging out, everyone, and I will see you. If I don't see you on Sunday, then I will see you next Wednesday at 3 p.m. And Sunday, it would be at 3 p.m. Eastern time as well, because it's always when my baby is napping. So goodbye, everyone. Take care, and I will see you again very soon. And yes, Akuma, gloves do get in the way. I really should wear gloves, but even still, it's itty bitty tiny little pieces of glass, so it would still go through the glove material possibly. So I probably do need to wear gloves. I just hate it. So bye everyone. Thanks again for watching and I will see you very soon.